Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Speak English Club, where we delve into a variety of topics to enhance our understanding and improve our communication skills. I'm Alice, your host for tonight. Today, we are tackling a complex and often misunderstood topic, male sex workers. To help us navigate this subject, we have Dr. Julia Carter, a sociologist specializing in gender and sexuality studies. Welcome, Dr. Carter.
Thank you, Alice. It's a pleasure to be here and discuss such an important issue.
Let's start with the basics. When we talk about male sex workers, what exactly are we referring to?
Male sex workers are individuals who engage in sexual activities in exchange for money or other compensation. This term can cover a wide range of services, including escorting, street-based sex work, and online interactions. Just like female sex workers, male sex workers can have diverse experiences and motivations for their work.
What are some common misconceptions about male sex workers?
One major misconception is that male sex workers are solely gay men. In reality, male sex workers may have clients of any gender and may themselves identify as heterosexual, bisexual, or any other sexual orientation. Another misconception is that male sex work is less dangerous or stigmatized compared to female sex work. While the experiences can be different, male sex workers still face significant stigma and risks, including violence, legal issues, and mental health challenges.
It's important to clarify these points. What motivates individuals to become male sex workers?
The motivations are varied. Some may be driven by financial necessity, especially in economic downturns or personal financial crises. Others might choose sex work for its flexibility, or as a means to gain quick income for specific goals like education or supporting family members. There are also those who might enjoy aspects of the work, such as the physical or social interaction it entails. Understanding these motivations requires looking beyond stereotypes and considering the individual's context and needs.
That's a nuanced perspective. How do societal attitudes towards male sex workers differ from those towards female sex workers?
Societal attitudes can be quite different. Male sex workers often face a dual stigma related to both their work and their sexuality. There's a tendency to trivialize or sensationalize their experiences, sometimes even portraying male sex work as a phase or less serious compared to female sex work. This can make it harder for male sex workers to find support and resources. Additionally, There's less public discourse about male sex workers, which can lead to a lack of understanding and empathy.
How does the legal landscape affect male sex workers? Are there experiences similar to female sex workers in this regard?
The legal issues faced by male sex workers can be quite similar to those faced by female sex workers. In many places, sex work is criminalized or exists in a legal gray area, which can expose workers to arrest, fines, and harassment. The lack of legal protection also makes it difficult for male sex workers to report violence or exploitation. However, because male sex work is less visible, there can be additional barriers in accessing legal support and advocacy services.
Speaking of support, what resources are available for male sex workers, and how can they access them?
Resources for male sex workers often include health services, counseling, and legal aid. There are organizations dedicated to supporting all sex workers, including male sex workers, by providing harm reduction services, mental health support, and peer networks. Accessing these resources can be challenging due to stigma and fear of exposure, so it's crucial to promote safe, confidential, and inclusive support services.
What role does the internet play in the lives of male sex workers today?
The internet has significantly impacted male sex work, much like it has for the sex industry as a whole. Online platforms allow male sex workers to connect with clients, set their own terms, and maintain a level of anonymity. However, it also brings challenges, such as dealing with online harassment, scams, and the potential for law enforcement monitoring. The digital space has expanded opportunities but also created new risks.
How can society better support male sex workers and reduce the stigma they face?
Support can come in several forms. First, promoting an open and respectful dialogue about sex work can help reduce stigma. This includes acknowledging sex work as a legitimate form of labor and addressing the unique challenges male sex workers face. Secondly, improving access to health care, legal support, and social services specifically tailored to male sex workers can provide much-needed resources. Lastly, Advocating for decriminalization or legalization can help protect the rights and safety of all sex workers, including males.
You mentioned health care. What specific health concerns do male sex workers face, and how can these be addressed?
Male sex workers are at risk for various health issues, including STIs and mental health challenges like depression and anxiety. Access to regular health screenings, STI prevention measures, and mental health services is crucial. Tailored health services that understand the unique needs of male sex workers can make a significant difference. Education about safer sex practices and providing free or affordable condoms and testing can also help mitigate these risks.
What about mental health? How does the work impact their emotional well-being?
The stigma and secrecy surrounding sex work can lead to significant stress and isolation for male sex workers. They may experience feelings of shame, anxiety, and depression. It's important for support services to offer mental health counseling that is non-judgmental and confidential. Peer support groups can also be invaluable, providing a safe space for male sex workers to share their experiences and receive emotional support.
For those who might be considering leaving the sex industry, what kind of assistance is available?
Transitioning out of sex work can be challenging and requires comprehensive support. Programs that offer career counseling, education, and job training can be very helpful. Financial planning and legal assistance can also play a crucial role. It's important that these programs are inclusive and recognize the unique experiences of male sex workers to provide effective support.
Before we conclude, what can individuals do to help create a more understanding and supportive environment for male sex workers?
Individuals can start by educating themselves about the realities of sex work and challenging their own biases. Speaking out against stigma and advocating for inclusive policies can make a big difference. Supporting organizations that provide resources and aid to sex workers, including donating or volunteering, can also contribute to a more supportive environment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carter. Your insights have been incredibly valuable, and I hope our discussion helps shed light on the experiences of male sex workers.
Thank you, Alice. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this important topic. Raising awareness and fostering understanding is key to creating a more inclusive and supportive society.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to the Speak English Club. Remember, open dialogue and empathy are essential in understanding diverse experiences. Have a great evening, and keep the conversations going.